In this session, we are going to learn about introduction to heat transfer. So first of all, let us know what is heat. See, heat is the form of energy in transit because of temperature difference. And heat always flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. So here, the energy in transit due to temperature difference, we call it as heat transfer, and heat always flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. Now there are three different modes of heat transfer. One is conduction, the second one is convection, and third one is radiation. See, these three phenomena of heat transfer happen simultaneously in order to have heat transfer from higher temperature to lower temperature. Now coming to conduction. See, conduction is the phenomena of heat transfer which takes place in solids, liquids as well as gases. So in solids, as we know that the intermolecular distance is very small, heat transfer takes place in the solids because of the lattice vibrations and the flow of free electrons. Now, to understand this better, so let us consider there is a rod like this, metal rod, which is heated at one end. So the temperature at this end, let us consider it as T1, and the other end, which is at lower temperature, as T2. As we are heating at this portion, so this temperature T1 will be greater than T2, and as a result of that, heat transfer should take place from this end to the other end. As discussed earlier, the solids have very less intermolecular distance. As a result of that, these molecules will try to vibrate in the lattice, and as a result of that, heat transfer takes place from one molecule to other molecule, and in turn the heat transfer takes place from this end of the rod to the other end of the rod. When it comes to liquids and gases, the intermolecular distance will be relatively higher. So therefore, in case of liquids and gases, heat transfer takes place due to the diffusion and collision of the molecules. So we can conclude that this conduction happens mainly due to the molecular movement. Now coming to the next mode of heat transfer, that is convection. See, convection is the phenomena of heat transfer which takes place due to a bulk fluid motion over a surface. See, there are two types of convection. One is natural or free convection, and second one is forced convection. See, this natural or free convection is mainly due to density differences, whereas this forced convection is because of the use of fans or blowers in order to increase the surface velocity, in order to increase the velocity of the fluid which is passing over the surface. Now let me tell you by a small example the difference between these two types of convection. Now suppose, let us consider there is a boiled potato like this. So this boiled potato is at relatively higher temperature. Now let us put this boiled potato in a room without a fan or an air conditioner. Then what is going to happen is, see, the temperature of this boiled potato slowly gets reduced because the air that is surrounding this boiled potato inside the room is carrying away the heat mainly because of the density difference. So this phenomena by which heat is carried away by the air from the surface of the boiled potato, we call it as natural or free convection. Now let us consider the same example in a different way. Now let us consider the same boiled potato I have kept inside a room which is having a fan switched on. Now this fan will blow the air with a greater velocity. As a result of this greater velocity, the heat carried away from the surface of the boiled potato will be relatively higher than in case of the first one, where because of the density differences slowly heat transfer is taking place. So here, as we are increasing the velocity with which air is flowing over the surface, heat transfer is taken place fastly. So this phenomena by which we are forcing the air in order to carry away more heat, we call this phenomena as forced convection. Now let us go for the next phenomena of heat transfer, that is radiation. See, radiation is the phenomena of heat transfer which takes place mainly due to electromagnetic wave propagation. See, these electromagnetic waves will be similar to that of light waves. They travel with the same velocity of light, but with a different wavelength. See, these radiation electromagnetic waves obey all the laws of light, like reflection, refraction, diffraction, etc. See, radiation is the only phenomena of heat transfer which can happen within a medium or without a medium. That means the radiation phenomena of heat transfer can happen in the presence of medium as well as in vacuum. As we feel sun's heat, even though there is no atmospheric air beyond certain distance over the earth, the reason is because of this electromagnetic wave propagation from the sun. As a result of that, we are able to witness the sun's heat as well as the light. So these three phenomena of heat transfer takes place simultaneously when we take a particular substance. Suppose let us consider a vessel in which there is certain amount of liquid. Now if we start heating this vessel at the bottom, so conduction takes place within this bottom plate, then from this inner plate surface to the liquid, convection takes place, and within the liquid molecules again conduction takes place, and from this surface to the outside surrounding, heat transfer will take place by convection as well as radiation. That means the heat transfer here is happening by the three modes of heat transfer simultaneously. But in this particular subject, we are going to discuss each mode of heat transfer separately so that we will have a better understanding of the concepts. So in the coming session, we will be discussing about the laws governing the modes of heat transfer.